Today we'll talk about the conflicts of South Sudan and Sudan. South Sudan and Sudan have been having conflicts for the past decades, and it's still going on to today. So let's look back at the past and see what are some of the causes that makes this an ongoing conflict into today.
I believe in 5 things. I believe in my own belief. I worship, charitable giving, fasting during the time of the month of Ramadan, and I wish to go to pilgrimage in Mecca once in my lifetime.
I'm Tandy. I'm from South Sudan. I'm Christian. I go to church every Sunday.
Why do you go to church every Sunday?
I don't know.
Sudan was controlling the South, so the ethnic groups wanted to split to form their own nation because of the cultural differences. This shows that the religious and cultural differences play a major role in conflicts between opposing ethnic groups. This leads to superiority of beliefs.
Wait, we have something to say.
Meeting adjourned.
You know what? We have enough of you. We, South Sudan, want to split from you and make our own nation.
Because of the location of the capital, it also leads to the conflicts of South Sudan and Sudan. The capital is in the north, Sudan is the one who's controlling South Sudan, and so all the government-controlled people is the northern people. South Sudanese voices can be heard, and this shows the inequality of power and wealth between ethnic groups can lead to conflicts.
We have rich soil and lots of oil as well.
We have pipelines, but we want oil.
Location of where South Sudan is an oil-rich region, and that's why Sudan wanted to move and have control over South Sudan to have the resources. Oil production being in the borderline of the two countries, oil in the south and pipelines in the north. Sudan gave South Sudan a lot of trouble about this pipeline issue, and control of land and natural resources often leads ethnic groups to conflicts.
You know what? Let's take a vote. Yes, we got 98.83% of the vote.
And on 9th of July 2011, Sudan became an independent state. South Sudan and Sudan agreed to form a demilitarized zone to keep the forces at least 6 miles from the borderline. The demilitarized zone believed to be one of the first important steps to make sure the oil production and export continues. The use of buffer zone and fortified boundaries are evident in places of ethnic conflict, and violence often arises at these locations.
My country gap at national poverty line is at 23.7%.
Oh yeah? My country gap at national poverty line is 16.2%.
My country literacy rate is at 27%.
Oh yeah, my country literacy rate is 61.1%.
In conclusion, Sudan is more developed than South Sudan, and this shows the disparities in development between ethnic groups is apparent. Where do you live and why do you choose to live here?
Because the capital was in the north, so there's only a very few South Sudanese live near the capital. South Sudanese voice can't be heard. Few South Sudanese live near the capital because there are little roads that are connecting the north to the south. South Sudan, therefore, are more connected to other countries than north, and so we became independent because it is very hard for Sudan to control us. We should build pipelines that can go through Kenya because Kenya is the only other place that is bordering the ocean. But first, we got to talk to Kenya about it, and the Kenya government should agree with us.
South Sudan thinks that a future solution could be a third party or a state often involves itself in the resolution of ethnic conflict. In this case, it's Kenya. As you can see in the maps here, to the left is a map of where the main pipeline is now and after. As for now, the pipeline goes through Sudan in order for South Sudan to export. But after, if you have a pipeline that goes through Kenya, it can reach the Indian Ocean and will be able to go for export as well. This is a long-term solution since the possible pipelines believed to be measure up to 600 miles, and it will take about 2 to 3 years for it to complete.
Action. Action.
South Sudan and Sudan agreed to form a
And that's all for today's news, everybody.